Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tuesday Panic. I'm your host, Paul Turner, and today I want to talk to you about some tips and ways to close out Christmas. Now, most of us that are youth pastors or youth workers have one more Wednesday to go, which is this Wednesday, and then we have 2 weeks off. I don't know if your church has service on Christmas Eve, but they might have service, but no youth service probably. And also on New Year's Eve, which is the following week. I'm sure you might have a service. Some people have watch night services, things like that. But you're more than likely not having youth service. If you are, God bless you. I pray for you in your soul. So let me just offer a few tips on a way to wrap up your Christmas here. Let me start off with just a couple of game ideas, and maybe you want to just have, you want to blow it out and have one last thing you want to do. So let me show you this thing I got here from Walmart. And it is, let me walk over here real quick, so I'm going to have to show you actually what it does. And then you'll be far more interested than just looking at this little snowball creature here. So let me go ahead and come over this way. I'm going to turn the lights off, and then I'm going to show you what it does. Here we go. All right, lights off. Get over here in a really dark space, and we throw it down, and there you go. You have yourself a blinking snowball. And this blinks for about 11 seconds. I timed it out, so it's between 11 and 12 seconds. There you go. And I'm going to come back over here and turn on the lights so that you can see what's going on here. But that's what that does. And so if you're looking for a quick game that you might be able to do, let me give you two that you can use with this snowball. These snowballs go for about $2.98 a piece at Walmart, and they may even be cheaper before you know it, before tomorrow. So what you can do is have the kids line up around the room if you just want to use one, if you just want by one. Have the kids gather in a circle or a square or touching the walls of your youth room or whatever, and say, look, you need to put your faces, get on your hands and knees, faces against the wall. And so when I turn off the lights and I say go, I'm going to take this, I'm going to throw it on the ground. And when it throws on the ground, it's glowing, it's in the dark. And then you must back your way into finding the snowball. In other words, you can't go head first, which will help keep away from kids bashing into one another, hurting one another, things like that. But if they back into it, and they got to back into it, that will reduce the risk, if nothing else. I know not every kid may follow that, but you get it. If you get this, you get a prize, you get a candy bar, you get a Christmas stocking full of goodies or something like that. The other thing is, if you want to go all out, get about 10 of these. That'll cost you about $30, and just have a snowball fight, and snowball fight in the dark, where you're just throwing snowballs, and you just lighten up the whole room with these glow in the dark kind of snowballs that you can play with. So that's just a couple of ideas to go with. Now, I don't know how you're going to close out your service. For us, we've done a series called Headlines, and I'll put a link to a video that we did early on where we talked about reviewing your year through the headlines, right? And so all the shows and sports shows, things like that, are going through the top 10 stories of the year and things like that. And we did the top 10 headlines of Christmas was the first week. The second week was the top youth ministry headlines. And now the third one is the top you headlines, you and God headlines. In other words, what has God done in your life this year that is headline worthy? And those could be anything from that God saved me, to God healed me, to God helped me, to whatever that may be for that student. So for us, it's going to be a testimony time. It's going to be a time where kids are going to be able to share, write down their thoughts, hand them in, and we're going to read them off, and then we're going to be able to have prayer time together after the testimony time, prayer with one another, and maybe communion. So those are just some elements there that you can use in your youth ministry. If you have not thought of some of these things ahead of time, of course, there may be Christmas songs, there may be some other traditions you do, like a candlelight ceremony, which is also very cool. While the Christmas songs or Christmas songs are playing, you can have kids come up and light candles for the new year, or for those kind of things, or to be a light in the world and things like that. So anyway, those are just a few tips I have for you today on this closing week before Christmas. I am not going to be on next week. I'm actually going to take a break and take some time off and just relax a little bit. So there'll be no videos next week, but I will be back the week after, the week of right before New Year's Eve. New Year's week, and so to hopefully help you with your coming year. And so if you are brand spanking new to the program, thanks for joining me today, hanging out with me today to listen to me rabble about various things. And so if you want videos like this in your inbox, please hit the subscribe button right there. That will get videos like this in your inbox. If you're one of our regulars, thank you so much for being here. I need to figure out what to call you guys, by the way. I don't know what to call you. If this is, the Tuesday Panic, should I call you the Panickers? Or I don't know. If you have a name for that, by the way, just give me a comment down below what that should be. But be sure to hit that thumbs up button. That lets me know you like the video and that you want to see more videos like this. So anyway, thanks for joining me today for the Tuesday Panic. I'm your host, Paul Turner. You guys have a great and excellent youth meeting, and have even a more excellent Christmas to you and your family. So anyway, thank you very much. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Have a great one.